Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're kind of flipping the script here. There's a ton of stuff coming up in November, and we want to talk to you about it. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
We're not going to call this I don't like it when the calendar for events and da-da-da. We're not going to do that.
No, absolutely not. And this is definitely not a calendar of events because there's a crap ton of stuff that happens in the state of Oklahoma all the time.
At the same time, all the time, every time.
Absolutely. But from that standpoint,
yeah,
sometimes it's just hard to go, what's going on?
Right.
Like, give me some starters. Give me some ideas of what I can do.
You literally have to put all of them in a hat and just draw one and go, we're going to Orr Family Farm.
And that's where we're starting, actually.
Right. So, Orr Family Farm, I know we've been there separately.
We've done shows about it.
We've done shows about it. But they do something a little bit different. It's a fall festival at Orr Family Farm. They celebrate all things fall. They do hay rides, the normal stuff, the outdoor attraction. You can get on their train. The train is a lot of fun.
Let's start at the beginning, though.
Yeah, okay.
So this ends November 13th.
Yes.
It's been running now continuously for a little over a month, but it runs through November 13th. So if you're listening to this when it came out, you got 12 days or so to get this taken care of. They're in Oklahoma City. If you're not aware, there are links in the show notes for all of the events that we're going to talk about. So just so you know,
your time is
limited.
Is limited. But when you go there, you do receive a little sugar pie pumpkin. What I didn't know until recently, a sugar pie pumpkin, like if you go and you buy the small pumpkins that are a little bit bigger than the size of like a kickball or maybe a bouncy ball.
Sure.
Those are the ones that you use to bake pies with.
I did not know that.
They're called sugar pie pumpkins or pie pumpkins. So yeah, you get the little itty bitty ones. They're kind of cute.
Does anybody actually make, I'm being serious, does anybody make pumpkin pie from actual pumpkins? Or is it just the cans?
I've never seen anybody do it. I've had a lot of frozen pumpkin pie in my time. I've had the straight out of the can, which I could eat that stuff. I could probably put the Cool Whip in the can. Maybe you'd have to add a little pumpkin pie spice to it, but I could eat it right out of the can. I've seen video.
So there are people that do it. We just don't know any of them.
I hear tell of a video or two that shows you how to make one, but I don't have the patience for it.
Well, if you're a little more interested in horses than pumpkins,
a little horse play, if you will.
The American Quarter Horse Association World Championship Show is in Oklahoma City until November 20th.
Fun fact, the American Quarter Horse Association is their office is down on Agnew. This is like a hub for the Quarter Horse Association. I don't know if you know that or not.
I don't know if you're aware of this or not, Brett, but Oklahoma is kind of big on horses.
Yes.
So the AQHA World Championship Show is an event for basically anybody that has any affection, any place in their heart for the American Quarter Horse. There's something there for you.
Absolutely.
They're going to have American Quarter Horse owners and exhibitors from around the world. So if you want to kind of get a feel for how things are outside of the United States, I mean, I don't know.
But I challenge you during quarter horse season or horse show season of any kind, drive by the fairgrounds and look where basically All Sports Stadium used to be. It is horse trailers for as far as the eye can see. It's a big deal. Hell, even if you're not a horse, even if you're just a horse's ass, you can still go and have a good time and see probably some of the most beautiful animals, creatures in the world.
Yes,
in
I
one
agree
spot
with that 100%.
at one time. Now, this next one, we've done a show on.
We have done a show on it.
Yes, it's the Will Rogers Motion Picture Festival, and it happens every year from November 3rd through the 6th. You get to watch local, international films.
Yes, in Claremore, Oklahoma, they've got, again, this is all based on Will Rogers, but you get to see a film competition unfold in front of your eyes for the Dog Iron Award. I'm going to put a link to our show, so if you want to find out a little bit more about that, it's coming up quick, the 3rd through the 6th.
But you know what? kind of piggybacking on that, we spent an evening, a day, and into the night in Claremore, Oklahoma during and we'll get to that when that time comes, but when they do their Christmas carol, the whole Christmas scene and music, and we went to the Will Rogers Museum, and Tara was really pregnant and couldn't walk all the way through it, but it was a lot of fun. It's a cool town.
Claremore has a lot going on.
There's a lot going on there.
Super fun town. So if you have any ability, if you're anywhere near this and you're looking for something to do, a great time, I guarantee it.
Right.
And if you're looking for something a little bit more Wild West, if Will Rogers isn't Wild West enough for you,
right?
The Old West Buffalo Days Festival is happening in Pawhuska. Yeah, this is happening November 5th and 6th. You get to celebrate National Bison Day during the 2-day Old West Buffalo Days Festival. It's interesting. There is a lot of costume happening here, basically taking you back to the 1800s with 3 different events over those days. And one of the things that I kind of like about it, there's a little tombstone action happening here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the first night, the Black Tie Buffalo Gala features a evening with Theodore Roosevelt and Wyatt Earp, followed by live music and dancing. And then on Saturday, they have an 1800s festival featuring Native American and Western storytelling and music. Then the Buffalo Adventure Dinner Theater is on Saturday evening. All the tickets have to be purchased in advance. So again, if you're interested in this one, get on it right now. Link in the show notes.
There's been a lot of things happening in Pawhuska over the years. Obviously, Ree Drummond, the Pioneer Woman, has the Pioneer Woman's Mercantile and a pizza restaurant. But Hollywood, they recently poured, I don't know how many pounds and mounds of dirt to downtown Pawhuska for the filming of Killers of the Flower Moon. So, a lot of things going on in Pawhuska. I guarantee gentlemen, if you don't know where you're going, the women do, because all they want to do is go see the Pioneer Woman stuff. But Pawhuska, another town on the map right here in Oklahoma for sure.
Absolutely. And recently, Amber has come to me and said, hey, is it too late for the Tallahina Drive?
I think it's just right.
And exactly.
Yeah.
So, but more importantly, the Talihina Fall Foliage Festival happens on the 6th.
Yep.
In Talihina, Oklahoma. It's an event that has arts and crafts, art show, live entertainment. It's dedicated to the Choctaw heritage and culture. So a lot of interesting stuff. And dude, the drive is worth it. Just the drive alone.
Oh yeah. It's a fall foliage festival. Now, if you remember a couple of years ago, we did a show on this. And unfortunately, I guess because we were preparing for what would end up being an Antarctic winter last year, the leaves didn't turn.
They turned too fast.
They turned too fast, or they were turning too slow. But I think this year, we're right on time.
I think so too.
So, I've become kind of a beer snob. I'm not going to waste a ton of money on the garden variety Bud Light. I like a craft beer.
Yeah, if I'm going to drink, I want something unique.
I want it to say Blood Orange or Blood Sausage IPA in the name. Well, if you're like me and you're like Harley, the Oklahoma Craft Beer Festival is coming up November 6th. Hello. It's the oldest and longest running craft beer festival with over 80 breweries from Oklahoma and beyond. The event is obviously for 21 and older, and you can buy tickets in advance, which is recommended because it's one of those things. It's a really popular thing to do. People like to go and get their beer flights and do their beer tastings and and eat their cheeses and their craft beers. I don't know what cheese you pair with.
Have you been sampling in advance?
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure you sounded a little bit drunk there.
I'm just saying, if you want to pair your, Velveeta with the right IPA, you got to get your tickets.
You do have to get your tickets. If you're more interested in actual fleece,
right,
then you might actually like the Oklahoma Blastoff Alpaca show, which is happening on November 13th and 14th in Chickasha, Oklahoma. Is that how you say that? Chickasha?
I've heard Chickasha before.
Chickasha or
Chickasha?
Chickasha.
But what I haven't put the two and two together is the Alpaca in Chickasha. I didn't know Chickasha had an alpaca community. When I first read the event, the Oklahoma Blastoff, I was thinking, oh, it's like a rocket thing, and it's an alpaca show.
This is the state's premier alpaca exhibit. You can learn about every step of the process of taking alpaca fleece from shearing to final products. They have educational demonstrations, vendors on the site with all sorts of alpaca products for sale, and apparently if you show up to this event, you can find out why alpaca fleece is referred to as the fiber of the gods.
Is it like the chariots of the gods? No, I'm kidding. I used to wear fleece. I thought I was wearing fleece. It was an Old Navy fleece, but come to find out, it was not the fiber of the gods. It was the fiber of the moms, because moms love Old Navy. So, if you like lights, are you a fan of lights?
Dude, okay, it's getting really close.
What?
Like, it's scary how close it is.
To Christmas?
To Christmas.
Did somebody put a thing that said it's this many days till Thanksgiving, it's this many... I mean, hell, there's these many days until Thanksgiving. I think we've been... I don't remember anything about 2020. Do you really?
I don't know.
I feel like we were shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, I
Like
agree. We started January 1st in a cannon, and he just woke up and it was November.
Well, and then we had the winter to remember.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of whitewashed everything clean, and now it's like, where the hell are we?
Yeah.
So it's almost time for Christmas lights, and Jinx is upping the ante. Coming November the 18th, Main Street Jinx becomes a winter wonderland as the community gathers to kick off the holiday shopping season during the annual Lights On event. You can enjoy caroling, visits from Santa, the official seasonal lighting ceremony during this special celebration. They've got, of course, a tree lighting.
Right, and this event happens on November 18th, and it's just one of many. I literally just picked it out of the hat. There are a metric ton of Christmas events that start towards the end of November.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are interested in that sort of thing...
Yeah.
I promise you a quick Google search and you'll find something in your area that would fit the bill for you.
Here's the honest truth. We talk about, I jokingly said I don't remember 2020. We sat last year out. Before that, there was nothing. Last year there was a little bit, but I think, and what I think is, earlier shows we've talked about buying local. Now that the floodgates are back open, now that we're back to doing things again.
You mean now that we don't need permission to go Christmas shopping? I agree 100%.
I feel like this is the perfect opportunity. I think you're gonna see record crowds doing as many of these things as they possibly can.
Right.
So now's the time. I mean, if you've missed being out in the crowd, now's the time.
Absolutely.
Even if you're a weirdo. I'm just kidding.
Well, if you are a weirdo, this next one kind of harkens back to the days of yore.
Yes.
When Brett and Harley hosted the most popular paranormal tourism podcast in the land.
Golly, it's so hard to believe that we did anything popular.
Well, in Oklahoma City, on November 20th, you have the Oklahoma City Oddities and Curiosities Expo.
That was canceled last year.
It was canceled last year. This expo brings unique vendors together, kind of just about, people coming together with their love of being weird.
Right. Everything from crystal balls to cross stitch. Like, it's everything.
Weird taxidermy, odd jewelry, bizarre antiques. If you think, nobody would carry this, you're going to find it. At the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. We've been to one before, not the one in Oklahoma City,
right,
but they are a lot of fun. You're definitely going to spend some money.
Yes.
You're going to find something you like.
Oh, if you're a kind of weird.
If you're just kind of weird,
or if you're just curious.
Yeah.
They've got Oddities and Curiosities. So if you're curious about oddities, this is perfect for you.
Right.
If you've been in Oklahoma long enough to know, you know about the Muskogee Castle and Castle Christmas. Now, it starts November the 25th through December 31st, so just in time for the new year. You can experience one of the world's largest collection of holiday inflatables, Christmas lights. This year's Castle Christmas will be held at the Castle of Muskogee. Now, you can bring the whole family, hop in an old-fashioned tractor-drawn hayride, chug along on the Christmas train. It's got a little bit for everyone, and you went last year.
We did go last year. It was a little weird because of the lockdown measures.
Yes, everything's it was all drive-through.
No, it wasn't. Like, you could go in,
okay,
but it was like the mask thing. It's hard to breathe, and it's like cold outside, and so you're wearing a mask, and you come inside, and you're trying to catch your breath, and you're breathing through a sock.
Yes.
So I'm definitely looking forward to it this year. But the lights are on point. The inflatables, I don't even know how they came up with the idea of the inflatables.
Right.
But it's really a lot of fun. Like, I kind of thought, like, oh my God, like yard flamingos wearing Santa hats. It's going to be awful. But, dude, it was a lot of fun. The kids loved it. There really is something for everybody.
It is well documented that I am a horror movie fanatic. I love Halloween. But I'll be honest with you. It's not my favorite holiday, and I'll tell you why. Yes, I watch more. I think you watch more scary movies and do the creepy stuff this time of year, just because it's like I watch the thing when it's 20 degrees outside. I can't watch it when it's 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Christmas does something to me, man. I just love Christmas so dang much. I hate the movie The Elf, but everything else about Christmas, I just love it. So when we start talking about Christmas stuff, I just want to go do all of it. I just want to go do the Santa Claus hayride and be the creepy guy going, in this, we're on the Polar Express. I want to be that guy. There's so much to do.
There really is. There's a lot to do, and you get to bundle up, and that's one of the things I love about winter, is just bundling up in the
hot cocoa.
Absolutely.
Man. And the smell of like cinnamon and
that's coming up really fast, and we'll talk about a lot of that stuff on the next version of this, which will be the December show.
Right. Which is fastly. We may not have to. May have to do that tomorrow. Like, we'll have to do the December show because time is literally flying by.
It really is. So the absolute last thing on our list, I kind of chose for a multitude of reasons.
Because you're a mature male.
No.
That likes to collect.
No.
What?
I chose it because it kind of tickled me. I was doing all the research, looking at all the stuff that's happening in the month of November, and you start getting towards the end of November, and it's a lot of Christmas stuff.
Yeah, lots of Christmas stuff going on.
And then I came across the Black Friday coin show in Glenpool, Oklahoma.
Hey.
And I was like, the Black Friday coin show, that kind of reminds me why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting.
Why?
You're waiting with bated breath to say what the thing is, but go ahead.
It really reminds me of Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, it does.
Where he's paying, what's his name? His
Cratchit,
with the coins, and it just, as soon as I saw it, like my brain was in Christmas mode.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, Ebenezer Scrooge. We got to cover that.
You know what? Now you got me going, okay? My absolute favorite Christmas story really kind of almost...
Start over.
My absolute favorite Christmas story really kind of borders on a ghost story, A Christmas Carol. It's, with a bullet, my number one favorite story I've ever read. I've watched every version of A Christmas Carol. Now I want to go to a Black Friday coin show and go, 6 pence or whatever. I don't know. Sell some pennies. I don't know how it works.
So the Black Friday coin show in Glenpool is November 26th and 27th.
Yeah.
It is a trade show for coin enthusiasts as well as novice coin collectors. It features coin dealers from Oklahoma and surrounding states with over 50 tables of unique inventory. So you're going to find a lot of the ancient coins, the gold coins, silver.
Jesus, what coin isn't ancient anymore? Unless we're talking crypto. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. There's probably somebody with a crypto table.
Probably. Like, where's your stuff? It's like,
it's all online.
It's online. Let me swipe through.
So it's open to the public and free to the public.
Free.
So if you're looking for something to do in Glenpool towards the end of November,
that doesn't cost you a lot of coin. Sorry, it was I'm a dad. I can get away with it.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. So if we're missing something, did we not put something on the list
if there's a type of activity where you're like, hey, if you're going to give me kind of a preview of the month in December, what did we miss?
Right. You didn't mention the Turkey Testicle Festival. Whoops. You didn't know about it.
We didn't know about it.
But now we will.
So, yeah, if we missed something that you would love for us to include next go around, let us know. If you're an event organizer and you've got something coming up and you're like, got to get this on the radar, let us know.
If you've got the Turkey Day 5K on the way, you got to say something.
You got to say. So hit us up on... Hit us up at OnlyinOKShow.com.
Right.
Or on Facebook. We're OnlyinOKShow.
And
everywhere else.
Everywhere else. I mean, we go to the Discover Oklahoma page. There's freaking 11,000 people over there gossiping about turkey testicles, probably. I don't know. Well, it's been the Only in OK Show. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley. And we're out of here.
Peace.
The American quarter horse.
So today we're going to talk about a November calendar of a bunch of stuff coming up this November. We're going to talk about it. Brad, right?
Something like that.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. It's a little bit different. We're going to do the calendar of events. There's a bunch of stuff coming up this November. I'm going to do them.
I wouldn't call it a calendar of events.
And we're going to do the things that you want to do this November.
And welcome to the show. We're trying something a little bit different, just kind of give you an idea. Some of the things that are happening in the great state of Oklahoma in the month of November to kind of give you some ideas of maybe what you want to get done with yourself this November. I'm Brett. I'm Harley. Sweet Jesus. This is the best show ever.
That was perfect. That was a perfect intro. Do it.
Just record it. Hit the timestamp on it.
It's signed, sealed.
Okay, go.
No, do it.
No, do it, dude.
No, seriously, do it.
You're much better at it than me.
No, I'm really not.
You are.
You're punching down at me. God. Children have made me a bitch. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, I'm not better at it.
Just because...
Another.
Just because my voice is silky and smooth does not mean that I'm a better speaker than you.
I was a little insecure for a little while.
It was funnier in my head.
In my head and in real time.
It was funnier while I was crying about it.
How was it?
Okay, we gotta record this shit, dude.
Okay.
Quit.
Okay. 3, 2. Okay. What did you do? Yours was good, man. Your little intro was good. Okay, gotcha. 3, 2, 1.